Okay, my phone's kind of about to die, so I'm kind of recording this quickly. But this is kind of like an update to like the ghost triggers problem video that I took not too long ago. It's like a short, it's very quick. I just showed a problem where like the triggers were firing off by themselves, and I figured this might be helpful for others, maybe on Reddit or some other places that are having this issue too. And I'm figuring what that issue was. Apparently something must have failed within this trigger system to cause that. For the most part, um, it goes away for some reason when I take the back of the controller off. So I'm thinking it's maybe this cable that connects to the board and the triggers. Like it's kind of like uh, electronic handshake that I'm thinking of, and it's like sending signals between the two, the board and the triggers. And I'm guessing at some point, because this cable is pinched or something, when you put the two halves together, maybe that's causing an issue. And it's like the signals aren't getting sent properly between the two. That's my best guess, because I looked at the springs and everything else. I opened it up and sorry, focus. Sorry for the shaky hand. This old man hands. But anyway, yeah, I opened this part up. This is like the gear mechanism, whatever. I opened this part up to see if there's any like debris in there. It's brand new, whatever. And I was like, all right, cool, cool, cool. So there's no gears problems or whatever. I guess quick note. To really test this out, to really see if your triggers are working properly, go to like the Astro Playroom or whatever, the Astro Bot game on the PlayStation 5. Go to that, then go to the controller demo, then go to the adaptive triggers section, and just like press down. Wait until you hear like a trick, like a click type noise. Okay, not this part. This is the vibration part. But I don't know if you heard that part. Let me go back again. Okay, listen for the little click noise around here. Okay, there we go. I don't know if I got that on camera or not, but there's like, a little piece in here that bumps up right under the trigger, right? And that part goes down and adds resistance to the triggers along with like the gears that's in this section, right? So if those don't go up under the trigger and you don't feel any of the resistance, that means there's something wrong within the trigger system. So you got to check all this crap in here. You got to check the gears, you got to check the motor, you got to check the cables. So yeah, there's a lot more going on in these controllers now that you need to be checking to see if these things working properly. Obviously, you can turn all that, you can turn all this stuff off in the settings and all that, so you don't have to worry about too much of this because there's conductive pads right there that it will still register that you hit the pads and everything, and that you're still using the triggers, but you won't feel the resistance. So if you don't care about any of that, or it's hard on your hands or whatever, then that's completely understandable. But as a person who actively wanted to see what was the fuss all about, what did Sony do differently this time, I obviously I have adaptive triggers on all the time in all different games. I want to see what each developer has done with this technology. Obviously, you can do some of these things with the Xbox controller because the Xbox has motors and the triggers, and that's kind of cool too. But it's kind of the same, but not the same at the same time. If that makes any sense, you know, it's like if Sony, Microsoft were cars, uh, uh, they each have their own different brand of tires. And and when you drive those, you say, yeah, for example, like you have the same car, right? But Microsoft and Sony have like their own brands of tires, and you put Microsoft brand tires on that car, and it feels a certain way. but then you switch it out and you put Sony brand tires on that car, and that feels a certain type of way. I don't know if this is making sense to anyone. Maybe my metaphors was just kind of going over your head, but hey, if this does make sense to you, then thank God. Not going completely crazy, but yeah. But yeah, I just hope this helps somebody with the ghost trigger problem, because I'm just been noticing I had to take off the back of the controller again. And I just like I'm thinking it's this cable that's causing the issue, because I wiggled it around and then boom, the ghost trigger problem went away. So hey, maybe that's something that'll help you guys out. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just talking out my behind, and like, you don't know what you're talking about, bro. Whatever, whatever. But hey, if it helps you, great. Thumbs up, share it, all that. Or if you have a tip or something that's helpful, then please put that in the comment section. Maybe we all can learn something. But yeah, with these new controllers, yeah, this whole trigger system, if something goes wrong in this, yeah, it's gonna be hearing this weird clicking noise, or you're not gonna feel any resistance in it. And just there's just so much stuff that's in this now, but it's fascinating and cool at the same time. I love taking things apart and seeing how things work. But like the springs and the gears and the cables that send signal to the board and back to the motor, and just all the stuff that goes into it. It's really neat. But man, when something goes wrong with this, it's really kind of like a headache to deal with sometimes. But hey, I digress though. It's pretty cool though, still at the end of the day. Anyway, tell me what you guys think.